You are now tuned in with your favorite dark-skinned friend with a beard, Unity. Yeah. That part, man. Welcome back. Happy Thursday. We are about to do another reaction video, and today's topic is Boosie's daughter is leaking some disturbing footage of her daddy and calls him a monster. So we're going to press play and see what unfolds before our very eyes on this video. I'd like to say thank y'all to each and every one of y'all tapping in. Listen to me, I am so tired right now. I have not slept. I am in go mode right now. So I just appreciate you, tapping into the channel. Make sure y'all press that like button, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and make sure if you're on YouTube, hit the hype stars, okay? I'm about to go ahead and check, make sure that we are live on YouTube and Twitch at the same damn time. I'm about to go ahead and check, make sure. Yep, and it's right there. Hello, Twitch. Own it immediately. All right, let's check this YouTube feed real quick. Yeah, man. Like I said, hopefully y'all all having a beautiful day. Make sure y'all put y'all W's in the chat so I can see who is actually in the building. I'd love to say what's up to each and every one of y'all. Appreciate all the new subscribers. I got about almost 50 subscribers in the last week and a half, so that's exciting. Like it just feels good to actually put some work in and actually start to see some results. And eventually I'll start to get paid from this. But right now, I'm just enjoying the process. And I hope you enjoying the process with your boy. Shout out to that pretty ass. All right, let me go ahead and share the screen with you real quick so you can see what the hell I see. Okay. Bye. Yes, sirski. And we are getting to the business. You feel me? All right, let me go here. Yes, sir. Line this up. Line that up. Make sure it's muted, so that way we don't have no freaking echo. And let's get it.
Since I've been a little girl, I never would go against you. And I think I'm really fed up.
When you got millions in the bank and your face on every billboard, the last thing you'd expect is your own seed putting you on blast. But that's exactly what happened when these rappers' kids got fed up with the broken promises and grabbed their phones to expose shocking secrets about their pops. Let's start with Dr. Dre and daughter LaTanya Young.
Oh, this is a
Dr. Dre, you're probably thinking about.
So this is a compilation of what's going on. It's not just Boosie's daughter. It's a compilation of rappers, daughters, and their offspring that apparently shit ain't right, and they exposing it. So let's get it. This is even better than what I thought.
Legendary beats, classic albums, and a business empire worth nearly $1 billion. But in 2021, the whole world had to face a much darker reality when his eldest daughter, LaTanya Young, came forward with some news that seemed impossible to believe given her father's crazy wealth. At 38 years old, LaTanya revealed in interviews that she was homeless despite her father being a billionaire music mogul and entrepreneur. Let that marinate for a second.
Oh my God. Could you imagine that, what do you call it? One of your parents happen to be a billionaire and you living homeless on the streets? Like, that's diabolical, bro. Like, at the end of the day, none of us asked to be here. It's our parents that decide to get nasty and bring us into the world. And at that point, that's a responsibility. Some people just don't take care of this part. But that's crazy because, come on, Dre. Come on, Dre. Beats by Dre made you a billionaire and you got your daughter living on the streets, cuz I don't care what I don't care how bad you fall out with your kids, because I mean kids can be disrespectful as hell. And they can say stuff that what do you call this all the way out of pocket, but never should you ever hear anything like this. That's wild. Foul on the play, Dre.
And fam, the daughter of one of the most successful producers in hip-hop history was living out of her rental SUV while grinding multiple gig jobs as a delivery driver for DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Postmates just to keep food on the table. She explained that she hadn't received any financial support from Dr. Dre since January 2020, and before that, the help had been inconsistent and weak, usually going through his team rather than coming directly from him. The contrast between LaTanya's situation and her father's wealth became a major topic, with commentators expressing straight-up disbelief.
Dr. Dre's estranged daughter says she can't afford an apartment and is living out of her rental car. How do you feel as a 38-year-old woman sleeping in your car, a rental car, and your father is a billionaire, almost a billionaire?
LaTanya stated she hadn't spoken directly to her pops in over 17 years, despite trying
Crazy.
repeatedly to reach out and reconnect.
Crazy.
She claims she ain't even have his cell phone number and had to communicate through his team, which only made her feel more abandoned. The single mother of 4 shared her story with outlets
And she
like
out
the
here
Daily Mail,
popping out
posting
babies.
photos of her living situation and expressing hope for some kind of resolution. When it came to why Dre wouldn't help his own daughter, reports indicated his team gave a specific reason for cutting off support.
Let's
He will
see.
not give her money because she has spoken negatively about him in the press. I feel like you
That's whack. I'm sorry. That's whack. That's whack. That ain't shit but pride, man. And I can understand people, it hurt worse when it comes from family. You know what I'm saying? You don't expect for your family to be the ones that talk about you bad, especially in public and out to the press. But at the end of the day, your kids is your kids. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's a fucking adult now. She was 38, so she was 31 since the last time that she spoke to her kids. But I mean, spoke to her pops. But bro, I told you. I mean, people get disrespectful. I understand it, and like that's why I'm saying like I knew Dre was also. She must have did something to him, but it's words, bro. And you telling me that you can't settle a dispute with somebody that you shot out of your ball sack? Come on, bro.
should have a trust for your children. If you have that much money, every single child should have a trust. All of them.
Dr.
Yep.
Dre ain't publicly respond to these claims at the time, and as of 2026, no public reconciliation has been reported, leaving this as one of the most troubling examples of alleged parental neglect in the game. While LaTanya Young struggled to get financial support from her wealthy father, this next case involves a son who made it real clear that money
50
was
Cent,
never what he
babe.
was after in the first place. 50 Cent and son Marquise Jackson, the ongoing public...
That is 50's twin, bruh. He couldn't deny that dude even if he wanted to. You feel me? The test could say 99.9% you are not the father. And you'd have to take that test again because there's no way that ain't his baby. Have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. But the baby ain't a millionaire.
Between 50 Cent and his son, Marquise Jackson,
Crazy.
has become one of the most talked about father-son conflicts in entertainment history, stretching back well over a decade with no resolution in sight. For years, Marquise been using social media platforms like Instagram to call out his pops for what he describes as emotional neglect and putting his celebrity status and business empire over genuine family bonds. The tension goes back to a nasty custody battle in the early 2000s between 50 Cent and Marquise's mother, Shaniqua Tompkins, and it's only gotten worse with time. In 2022, Marquise made headlines when he offered $600-700, the exact amount of his monthly child support at the time, to spend just 24 hours with his father. It was a symbolic move that highlighted what he described as a lack of real emotional connection, rather than wanting financial provision. Marquise wanted everybody to understand that his issues went way deeper than bread.
That's crazy. Look, that's little 50. That is little 50, bro. All he had to do is get shot in the mouth one time and get 8 bullets in the body, and they'll be twins for real, for real. For real, for real. I'll take you to the candy shop. I can, but I got. Okay, girl, don't you stop. Go until you hit the spot. Whoa, that's him.
When asked about what he truly wanted from his pops, Marquise made his priorities crystal clear.
He believes that, from his perspective, he thinks I'm entitled when that's not the case. Like, it's never been about the money for me. It's more so the relationship and, for me, personally.
The most recent flare-up went down on Father's Day 2025 when Marquise posted a sarcastic AI-generated betting slip on social media, clowning the odds of 50 Cent ever publicly acknowledging him or fixing their relationship, comparing it to a high-stakes gamble where the house always wins. He accused his pops of cutting him out the will and failing to provide guidance throughout his whole life, despite years of...
That's sad too, man, because at the end of the day, all Marquise been doing is just calling out, reaching out. And even when he make his little, little post, look, 50 is petty. So for him to get mad and be so petty when it comes to his son, it's just, everybody else understand it. All the stuff that he's doing with Diddy and Rick Ross and everybody else in the industry, it makes perfect sense. But he treat his kid like one of these industry niggas. And that's the reason why it's messed up. Like, for real, what y'all think? Especially when your child is like yearning for some type of relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he just like, F you, don't talk to me, blah, blah, blah. He's literally pulling stunts to get 50's attention. So that way, he can get some type of love. Shit, that's the only type of love he gets is the negative. Is the negative reaction. So he willing to take whatever at this point.
Public conflict, Marquise has said he's still open to the possibility of reconciliation, even if it seems unlikely.
Honestly, I don't know what to expect from the situation.
He love his daddy.
If we do have a sit down, I don't necessarily know what to expect or what it looks like. But if it takes me paying him for his time, I'm more than willing to do that. Maybe we can just gain understanding of each other.
50 Cent clapped back at the ongoing criticism by noting he paid over $1 million in child support overall and blaming Marquise's mom for turning his son.
Big facts on you. Big facts. 50 is crazy as hell.
Against him. Despite occasional hints at reconciliation from both sides, nothing's been resolved, and the painful back and forth keeps exposing the raw wounds of their broken bond. While Marquise Jackson deals with the pain of an estranged father who's still alive, this next case involves a son grappling with the complicated legacy of a pops who passed away decades ago. Big Pun and son Chris Rivers. The relationship between the late Bronx rapper Big Pun and his son Chris Rivers has been publicly explored.
Rest in peace, Big Pun, man.
Through Chris's music and interviews, particularly highlighting the complex and painful legacy of domestic violence within their family. In November 2017, Chris dropped a music video for Fear of My Crown from his album DeLorean, which graphically depicted a multi-generational cycle of physical and emotional abuse in a household setting. Chris, who was only 5 years old when Big Pun passed in 2000 from a heart attack related to obesity, drew from his personal experiences growing up in what he described as an extremely abusive household. He spoke openly about witnessing the subtle nuances and major effects of abuse, including confidence issues, depression, self-worth struggles.
He looked just like his daddy too. He looked like what Big Pun would have looked like if he lost weight. That's what Big Pun was supposed to look like. But then he wouldn't have been Big Pun. He would have just been Pun or Lil Pun. No Big Pun.
And trauma that often gets swept under the rug in families that don't want to confront uncomfortable truths. The video and song sparked major controversy and mixed reactions throughout the hip-hop community. Some fans praised Chris for his bravery in addressing taboo topics like domestic violence and child abuse, seeing it as an important conversation starter. However, others came at him hard for seemingly tarnishing his father's iconic reputation as one of the greatest lyricists in hip-hop history, accusing him of disrespecting the dead.
Look, man, Look, at the end of the day, your accomplishments are your accomplishments. Nobody can take that away from you. They can smear your name. They can dog you for whatever BS that you actually, that you did outside of it. But when it comes down to it, if you a genius when it comes to this music, you a genius when it comes to the music. And nobody can take that away, period. Same thing with R. Kelly. He is locked up. Life is over. Blase, blah. People try to cancel him, cancel his music. But his music is fire. It is undeniable. So no matter what you say, you could call him all the names in the world, but you can't take nothing away from his music. At the end of the day, especially when it's stuff like that, it's God given. So if God let it ride, you can't change the tide. Period.
In response to the backlash and misconceptions about his intentions, Chris dropped a clarifying video statement on November 9th, 2017. He emphasized that while the song was inspired by real-life experiences and aimed to raise awareness about abuse, the visual wasn't meant to be a literal depiction of his own family or Big Pun specifically, but rather a broader representation designed to help victims feel seen and empowered to break the cycle in their own lives. Chris reiterated his love and respect for his father's musical legacy, noting in interviews that he honors Pun through his own career while confronting painful realities to prevent history from repeating.
I done seen some gaps, but that dude, he got the football goal post. It's good. Damn.
As of 2026, Chris continues dropping music that balances homage to his
Hold up. We're gonna try to catch this.
Legendary.
We're gonna try to catch this gap.
pops with
Woo wee. Bruh. I could throw a football. I could throw a baseball. I could throw a volleyball. I could throw a bowling ball through.
deeply personal
That shit
introspection
wild.
about his upbringing. While Chris Rivers dealt with the trauma of his childhood through his art, this next rapper's daughter took to social media in real time to expose what she described as ongoing emotional
All right, this is the title story, y'all. Boosie's daughter leaked some shocking footage of her pops, calls him a monster. Let's get it.
abuse from her famous father, Boosie Badazz, and daughter Toriiana Hatch.
Badazz.
Talk about one of the most wild and straight up disrespectful family beefs to ever go down on the gram. In August of 2023, the whole internet was bugging when Boosie Badazz's daughter, Toriiana Hatch, who was only 16 years old at the time, decided to hop on Instagram Live and put her pops on full blast about some family drama that had been brewing behind closed doors. What Shorty revealed during that live session had everybody in their feelings and questioning everything they thought they knew about the rapper as a father figure. During the live stream, Toriiana played an audio recording of a phone conversation with her father that was straight up foul. In the recording, Boosie could be heard going off on his teenage daughter, calling her a bitch and threatening to put hands on her by saying he would black her eye if she kept up what he saw as disrespectful behavior. He also said he was cutting her out the will and stopping all financial support going forward. That audio clip spread through the internet like wildfire, and folks everywhere were calling Boosie out for emotional abuse and toxic parenting toward his own seed. But Boosie wasn't about to let his daughter have the last word in this very public situation. Shortly after Toriiana,
if you know Boosie, he never gonna let nobody have the last word. There's one thing he can do. That nigga can talk and talk for days.
his live went viral. Boosie hopped on his own Instagram Live to confirm the recording was real and doubled down on everything he said. He admitted to taking back a Mercedes-Benz he had previously blessed her with for her birthday, saying it was consequences for her being ungrateful and choosing to stay with her moms instead of under his roof. He justified his approach as that tough love from his Louisiana upbringing. In her emotional live video, Toriiana made it crystal clear that while her pops might provide for his kids materially, there was a major void when it came to emotional and mental support.
You gonna make sure your kids straight? You always gonna do that. But emotionally, mentally, you suck. You suck, bro.
Toriiana's words hit different, revealing a side of their father-daughter relationship that most fans never
Oh, that's the
witnessed
same
before.
girl.
She expressed frustration
She
that
was
her
just
pops would rather chop
blonde
it
hair.
up with interviewers and podcast hosts than sit down with her directly. The beef extended beyond the initial lives, with Boosie dropping a diss track aimed at Toriiana and her moms, escalating the drama even further. As of early 2026, ain't no report.
Boosie ain't no damn good. He's like, oh, you don't want to listen to me in person? I'm gonna make it last. I'm gonna make a diss song about you and your ratchet mama. That's what Boosie ain't no good.
Indicating any resolution between them, leaving fans wondering if this father-daughter bond can ever be fixed. While Toriiana struggled to get her father's emotional attention despite him being alive and well, this next rapper's son took a similar approach after claiming he spent over a decade being completely ignored. Ghostface, Killah, and son Infinite Coles. In May of 2023, the hip-hop world was shook when Infinite Coles, the son of Wu-Tang Clan legend Ghostface Killah, hopped on Instagram to air out deep grievances against his father in
What the
a
hell?
raw, emotional post that left fans stunned.
Ghostface
accused Ghostface of being...
Okay, now listen. Ghostface is a straight up East Coast hardcore gangster than a mofo Wu-Tang Clan. Some of them. And so his son here, Infinite Coles, I didn't know that he was on some androgynous type of stuff. I know that freaking Ghostface on the inside is going crazy. Whatever conflict they got, it's because of this ish right here. Look, to each his own, man. I don't judge nobody. Live your life the way you want to live it. But I know in the black community, in the old school days, the way that they raised us, this is what bopping. So I know he's just not happy right now. Let's keep going.
A chronic deadbeat dad.
I gotta roll another blunt.
Described as a lifetime of neglect and abandonment that caused him mad pain. The accusations were heavy and painted a troubling picture of the legendary rapper's role as a father.
The biggest deadbeat in the world. Let him tell it. He said he's the biggest deadbeat in the world. Never did anything for him. During COVID, he was sleeping in a shelter. They've been homeless, having their gas turned off, never gave him $1.
In his lengthy Instagram post, Infinite claimed he hadn't had a real conversation or visit with Ghostface in over 15 years. Despite trying repeatedly to reach out via text and calls, he shared screenshots of unanswered messages spanning a whole decade as proof of his father's alleged neglect, showing everybody how many times he tried and failed to connect with the man who gave him life. Infinite described growing up broke without basic utilities like light and gas.
Why y'all think? Y'all tell me in the comments why y'all think Ghostface ain't effing with his son. I'm not gonna say nothing else. Y'all tell me what you think. I'm interested to know because this is wild.
Claiming Ghostface let his kids struggle while relying on uncles to provide sporadic support. He highlighted a particularly rough period during the 2020 COVID pandemic when he lived in a homeless shelter for nearly a year, with no outreach from his pops to check on him or offer any help. What made Infinite's plea especially heartbreaking was that he kept emphasizing his grievances weren't about money at all.
He's crying out for help, seeming like he just needs a father. Say he doesn't want his money, he just wants his love.
Infinite later shared that Ghostface had blocked him after his post, which only made him more determined to speak his truth publicly.
Man, and if y'all know Ghostface, one of his chains with that bird on it, it set his kid up for life. I'm just saying, or at least give him a good push start. He give up one of them chains, he make a good 500 off of that mug. You feel me? Come on, Ghostface. You wildin', bro. I know you don't like your son dressing up like a girl, but come on, bro. You can't be having your kid in the homeless shelter. I don't like this. All you rich niggas, and y'all got babies, and y'all ain't taking care of your babies, tighten the F up.
The saga continued into 2025, when Infinite channeled his pain into music, dropping tracks like Sweet Face Killah that addressed the estrangement. As of January 2026, no public reconciliation has occurred, and Ghostface stayed silent on the matter. While Infinite Coles used social media and music to express his pain with no resolution in sight, this next case shows that sometimes these family beefs can actually lead to healing. Master P and son Romeo Miller. The highly emotional and public beef between No Limit Records founder Master P and his son Romeo Miller went down intensely in December 2022 on social media, triggered by the family's profound grief over the death of Romeo's sister Toriiana Miller earlier that year. Toriiana passed away from an accidental fentanyl overdose at age 29, leaving the entire family devastated and searching for answers about what could have been done differently. In the midst of processing this tragic loss, Romeo hopped on Instagram stories to accuse his pops of neglecting the family's mental health needs.
Look, man. Once again, money don't make everybody happy. Money don't take away all your problems. You feel me? But these niggas been so rich for so long that I don't want to hear nothing about no mental health, bro. Go sit down with your doctor and keep that in-house. Because it don't make no sense. Make them say, that's all I want to hear. That is all I want to hear from them No Limit niggas.
Blaming Master P for not prioritizing adequate support and therapy for Toriiana during her long struggles with substance abuse and mental illness. Romeo believed more could have been done to save his sister if only the family had addressed these issues head on.
Rest in peace to his sister though.
Instead of pushing through with a tough exterior, Romeo expressed deep frustration that Master P focused more on empire building and public statements about perseverance than on addressing internal family pain. He highlighted feeling unsupported himself, stating that money and fame couldn't heal generational trauma, and that the family needed real emotional intervention rather than Master P's frequent social media sermons on toughness and resilience. Master P responded with a lengthy Instagram statement offering reconciliation and extending an olive branch to his grieving son. He emphasized forgiveness, expressed love for all his children, and noted the overwhelming grief the family was enduring, while defending his efforts and subtly suggesting external influences or misunderstandings had fueled the divide. The beef, though brief and emotionally charged, appeared to resolve relatively quickly.
I remember that. It was on Growing Up in Hip Hop.
By 2023 and into 2025, signs of mending emerged, including joint appearances and performances at Essence Festival 2025, where father and son collaborated on stage. Further confirmation came in late 2025 interviews, where Master P reflected on fully squashing the beef and acknowledged personal growth on both sides. As of early 2026, their relationship appears solid and healthy, turning what could have been a permanently painful chapter into one of healing and continued collaboration. While
I'm glad they got their stuff settled, because, man, they just been in the game way too long, man, and we don't need to see no friction with the Make 'em Say boys. Mr. Ice Cream Man and Bow Wow's arch nemesis, Lil Romeo himself, even though now it's just Romeo. You feel me? I see DC College.
P and Romeo Miller found their way back to each other through grief. This next rapper's daughter took a different approach, exposing her father's hypocrisy.
Oh man, Uncle
no
Luke.
Reconciliation in sight, even years later. Uncle Luke
Pop
and daughter
that
Creed
put
Campbell. Back in June of 2010, Miami rap pioneer Uncle Luke, also known as Luther Campbell, found himself at the center of a family scandal when his then 18-year-old daughter, Lucretia Creed Campbell, posted a series of explosive YouTube videos that sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community and beyond. Cree accused her pops of being a deadbeat dad, physically abusing her mother during their marriage, and emotionally abandoning her and her siblings despite his public claims of being a generous and devoted father. In the videos, Cree detailed alleged instances of domestic violence she witnessed as a kid, including Luke reportedly hitting her mother. She came at him hard for prioritizing his career and
that was his daughter.
Children, leaving them feeling
that's a big woman,
unsupported in their daily lives while he enjoyed fame and fortune. She highlighted what she saw as the glaring hypocrisy of Luke's public persona as a family man and community figure, while allegedly failing to provide consistent emotional presence behind closed doors. Luke initially...
So I don't mean to keep stopping the video, but I just wanted to recognize y'all in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all. watching right now. We got about 5 or 6 people here on YouTube. We got like 3 on Twitch. Like I said, let's keep rising it. Let's keep building this thing, man. Make sure y'all press the like button, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Yeah, let's keep the video going.
He addressed the allegations during a red carpet interview
Love y'all.
at the VH1 Hip Hop Honors, where he was promoting a 2 Live Crew reunion tour. He downplayed the accusations as exaggerated and suggested they came from unresolved family tensions and outside influences. But by late June 2010, the situation escalated dramatically when Luke publicly disowned most of his children, stating in interviews and blog posts that they hate him, rarely contact him on holidays or birthdays, and have been poisoned against him by their mothers. He emphasized that he had paid substantial child support, over $10 million collectively, and provided for their education and material needs, but felt deeply betrayed by their public attacks on his character. He framed the disownment as a necessary step for his own mental health and his current family's well-being. The beef drew significant backlash from the public, with some criticizing Luke's harsh disownment as immature and callous, while others sympathized with the complexities of maintaining relationships in blended families under the spotlight. As of 2026, there ain't been no public reports of reconciliation between Luke and Cree, leaving this as yet another example of how fame and family obligations can clash in devastating ways. While Uncle Luke's daughter called him out back in 2010, this next rapper's daughter waited until her own career took off before...
Man, I did a whole story on Benzino and Coi Leray, man. When I say Coi Leray violated, she violated like only you light skins can do. You feel me? When y'all come off the sleeve, they say the heart is on the sleeve or whatever. Y'all be petty. Coi Leray did her daddy wrong. Just listen.
For exposing her father's alleged failures. Benzino and daughter Coi Leray. The highly publicized beef between former Source magazine co-owner Benzino and his daughter, rising hip-hop artist Coi Leray, represents one of the most dramatic father-daughter conflicts in recent hip-hop history, playing out across social media for years. The tension ramped up heavy in April 2022, following Coi's appearance on The Breakfast Club, where she kept it real about growing up broke and implied her pops was broke during her childhood.
He didn't like that.
Triggered a whole chain reaction of drama.
He didn't like that.
That interview, Benzino allegedly sent threatening texts to both Coi and her moms.
Light skin, dark skin, it don't matter. One thing that no man, you can say anything about a man, but you call him broke, that nigga feelings is in the garbage, bro. You see his whole demeanor is just, because it ain't nothing more on this earth for us to do than to provide. And what part of providing is getting to that bag. So, man, call a nigga broke and watch how he reacted. That's the only way you're going to get a nigga bad. You call him broke, cuz I swear.
Over the comments, which Coi exposed in emotional tweets and social media posts. She labeled her father as bitter and evil, accusing him of trying to sabotage her career rather than supporting her success. In one emotional video, Coi made it clear she had zero patience for her father trying to rewrite history.
Side, you still want to be bitter. That's why you burn all your relationships, my nigga.
Look, man. I'm about to be a little funny right now. So listen, Coi Leray, you see right here, she flat chested like a mom. She was in her boy energy. You see her, she got her old dog braids in. You feel me? It just is what it is. She aggressive as hell. That Boston, New York coming out. You know what I'm saying? Go look at a picture of Coi Leray now with her new boobies. Hold up. Whoever her doctor is, he did a great job. This is what she did. Hold up. Shout out to them big ass titties. They small right here in this video.
And that's why my career, bro, I have to really bend my back and make sure niggas can fucking understand me as a person, because at the end to affect me. All that other personal shit he talking about, mansions and all that, Everybody that's been in my life is fucking cap.
Coi also addressed
Oh,
the
man.
lack of basic
Now
communication
look.
from her pops,
She
pointing
all
out
soft
he failed
now.
to acknowledge important moments while simultaneously trying to benefit from her rising fame.
Let's talk about how I don't speak to you. You didn't wish me happy birthday on like damn near none of my birthdays. Didn't say happy Thanksgiving. Haven't spoke to you in months, but then try to get me to go on growing up hip hop. Right? Try to get me to go on growing up hip hop. Told me that they wasn't gonna let you on it if it wasn't for me. They didn't want to pay me the money I wanted. After that, I never heard from you again. Never heard from you again.
The breaking point came
She's
in May
so
of
aggressive right
2024
there.
when Benzino appeared on the Drink Champs
I don't know no
podcast,
parties.
making wild
I don't
statements
know
that
nobody.
Coi found completely unforgivable. She hit social media to announce she wanted nothing to do with anything my father has going on, officially disowning him and stating
Old dog
DNA
Leray.
doesn't make you family. As of January 2026, no reconciliation has occurred, and Coi kept focused on her music career and motherhood.
Nah,
while
you gotta
maintaining
go look at
distance
the new
from
pictures.
Benzino.
You gotta go
While
look at the new
Leray
pictures
dealt
on
with
you.
the pain of an absent and allegedly bitter father who is still alive, this next rapper's daughter also took to social media to expose what she described as ongoing emotional abuse from her famous father, Russell Simmons, and daughter Aoki Lee Simmons. The public beef between music mogul Russell Simmons and his youngest daughter, Aoki Lee Simmons, erupted
Aoki.
dramatically over Father's Day weekend
That's a dope
in
name.
June 2023, when Aoki hopped on Instagram to accuse her pops of years of verbal and emotional abuse. At just 20 years old and a recent Harvard graduate with a promising modeling career ahead of her, Aoki shared tearful videos, screenshots of heated text exchanges, and FaceTime recordings showing what she described as his erratic and hostile behavior toward her. In one video, Aoki explained the difficult position she found herself in, trying to build her own career while dealing with a father who she felt was actively working against her.
You see all them light skin, you know that house was a
Moved out recently.
Look,
and you know, a lot
crying.
of people when I'm working and modeling, I'm so grateful. They'll say to me, "Oh, I met your dad 10 years ago. He's so wonderful." And I'm working, so I'm just like, yeah, I mean, there's great parts to him, and we used to be very close because that's how I make money to move out. He won't give me any money, which is fine. You don't have to give me money. I'm 20. I'm over 18. I don't know. But then I can't also speak out against him without.
Okay, at least she ain't like Dr. Dre's daughter, 38, talking about. Oh man, I ain't making fun of nobody's misfortune, man. But she 18, 20. She talking about, she's like, I'm 20 years old and I'm not asking for no money. Dr. Dre's daughter is 38. Was like, Dad, can a sister get a check? Damn.
And messing up my job.
Aoki detailed how Russell had allegedly become awful to her, causing severe panic attacks that required emergency medication. The conflict had apparently escalated after her older sister Ming Lee Simmons posted a Happy Father's Day tribute to their mother Kimura instead of Russell, which reportedly set him off. Aoki shared specific instances of alleged mistreatment, such as Russell calling her a pig during arguments, threatening to ruin her modeling career, and harassing her boyfriend and friends. Her mother Kimura Lee Simmons supported Aoki by reposting her content and adding her own accusations, labeling Russell's behavior as abuse and harassment while blasting him for his erratic conduct toward their kids. Russell responded with a mix of apologies and defenses on his Instagram, expressing love for his daughters while denying the severity of the claims and suggesting Kimura had turned the kids against him. By late 2023, the posts were deleted as public attention died down, but the underlying strain clearly persisted. Later reports in 2025 suggested some level of reconciliation following personal challenges in Aoki's life, though no full public resolution has been confirmed as of January 2026. While Aoki Lee Simmons dealt with alleged emotional abuse from a father who was very much present, this next case involves children who accuse their pops of being more devoted to his reality TV persona than to actual parenting. Kirk Frost and his children. The family drama surrounding Love and Hip Hop. Atlanta star Kirk Frost
Them niggas
and his
been on
children
Love and Hip
blew up
Hop for
during the show's
20 years.
2016-2017 seasons, mainly stemming from the public revelation of his extramarital
All right, 10
affair
years.
with Jasmine
That's still a
Washington,
long time.
which resulted in the birth of their son Cannon in 2016. This betrayal completely shattered the family's dynamics, particularly affecting his marriage to Rashida Frost and leading to widespread estrangement and criticism from his kids both on and off the show. Kirk got 7 children from various relationships, including older kids from prior partnerships and younger sons with Rashida. His eldest son, Christopher, had already been distant for years due to personal challenges, revealing in episodes that he hadn't seen his consistently since age 12, a long estrangement that highlighted Kirk's perceived absence in his older children's lives even before the affair scandal broke. The affair revelation sparked broader complaints from the children about Kirk being more of a TV parent, somebody who was present for film drama and business ventures, but uninvolved in everyday responsibilities like remembering school grades, attending events, or providing consistent emotional support when cameras weren't rolling. Jasmine Washington amplified these criticisms in 2019 social media rants and interviews, accusing Kirk and Rashida of being fake TV parents who scripted their family life for ratings while neglecting their actual children. She claimed Kirk wasn't as hands-on with Cannon as he appeared on camera and failed to prioritize his well-being amid ongoing custody and child.
Well, duh. Rashida was not happy. She was all about the baby. She was like, listen, you can't change that part. You feel me? She was welcoming. But if you think it's gonna be productive co-parenting, like you and him by yourselves, and it's gonna be like one big happy mixed family, that was not happening. You were not allowed, girl. You basically blew their whole relationship up on national TV. No way.
Support disputes that played out behind the scenes. Kirk posted a public apology to Cannon in October 2025, admitting regret over external pressures and affirming his commitment to being a more present father, while Christopher later reconciled with Kirk around 2021, sharing emotional reunions on social media. The core 2016 affair remains the pivotal incident that exposed the challenges of raising a large blended family under reality TV's unforgiving spotlight. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, click on one of the boxes playing on your screen to watch more similar content.
All right, man. That was a good video. I only expected it to be one topic. We ended up getting like 7 different deadbeat daddies. I never understood how you could be rich and be a deadbeat, bro. It don't make sense. Except for Boosie. She said, you always gonna take care of us, but emotionally you suck. It be like that sometimes, man. It be like that sometimes. Anyways, I appreciate y'all tuning in to the video, man. You made it this far. We got merch. You feel me? I know you see that big old cloud sitting behind me. Let me go ahead and show you what's crackalacking. Go to all day, every day, LLC.net. You can go ahead and come check out the store, man. You see that cloud behind me? You got a whole cloud graphic collection. Got shirts, got onesies for the babies. Let me go ahead and blow that up. Look at that. Look at that. All kind of different colors. That's on the back. It say all day, every day. You gotta let them represent the right way, man. Right out the womb. All type of different color waves, though. You know. Bang. Go back. We got socks, dresses for the ladies, bikinis, shirts for the kids. That's one of my favorite ones. I designed every single one of these things too. So, I put in a lot of hard work, a lot of nights trying to get this right just for you. You feel me? Little backpacks. That's one of my favorite backpacks right there. I am a sucker for a good backpack. But look at that, man. Just clean. You know what I'm saying? ADED all day, every day. Go down and you got the stamp on the bottom. You can see that right there. Let me see. Hold on. Let me show you one more thing. I just get excited about this because everything came out perfect. Better than I imagined it. I put it out, and it's there. We are here. You feel me? So make sure that y'all share. Tell a friend. And then, go grab some gear, man. Become part of the ADED family. I got this jersey right here. Hard. We got football jerseys. My boy just got that sweater for the smokers. I just made this one right here. Got the little college style joint. ADED, established 2025. Started, in July. So we've been up 6 months, trying to make it pop. But yeah, man. Just real quality gear. All type of colorways on them. Anyways, that's that. This is this. And that is not. There we go. I appreciate y'all. That was a pretty cool video. If you liked what you saw, make sure you press that like button. Comment on the parts that you thought was funny, parts that you thought was controversial, and give me a honest opinion. I want to comment and reply to whatever you writing. You know what I'm saying? Tell a friend, tell a friend.
You are now tuned in with your favorite dark-skinned friend with a beard.
Until the next stream.